Okay. Hello, Mike. How are you today?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Very good.
And I have one interesting question for you today.
Okay. All right. What do you got?
So, when you were 21, 22 years old, did you know anything about mortgage?
No. So I started in the industry at 25 and I didn't realize there were two G's in the word mortgage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I had a lot to learn.
Okay, me neither.
Right.
So, let's talk today about the mortgage industry and people in mortgage industry
Perfect.
without any experience.
Excellent. Okay. First of all, it's a great industry to be involved in. And as we both know, we've worked in almost every part of the operation, right? So there's a lot of different things that you can do. I think a lot of times people think it's just you get in and you do one thing, but depending on if you're creative or you like to talk to customers or whatever you like to do, there's a place for you in the industry. So it's a great place to get involved. And then obviously anything in the financial sector is very popular and something that can lead to a long career. So I encourage everybody to get in.
Okay, that's really
Yeah.
interesting because we work in a little bit different spaces. I work in operations and you work in a business development.
Yeah.
And do you have the real examples how the people grow into your field?
We're hiring a lot of people that generally it's their first position in the industry. A lot of times one of their first or second career opportunities at all. We start from really the ground floor and teach them how to get in the industry, all of our terminology, so many words that we have to learn, all that kind of stuff. We have a lot of success stories of people who have come in not really knowing anything about this industry and are very successful today in 6 months, under a year. It's pretty exciting to see.
I have a real example of
An
the
example.
success here.
Okay.
This is me.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
I had,
To share your story.
yeah, I didn't know anything about mortgage. I was doing the real estate here and there, but this
yeah.
is a little bit different field anyway. And yeah, here I am. I learn about mortgage every day. I really love it, enjoy it. It's very interesting. Yeah, and it's a lot of place to grow and succeed in the future as well.
Now, this goes back 20 years ago, but can you guess what I did before I got in the mortgage industry? I was in the Army.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I knew absolutely nothing about the financial sector at all
Oh, wow.
before I got into this industry.
This is impressive. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but here we are. Let's look operations. What does the day-to-day look like?
I can tell more clearly about the closing department
Sure.
since I manage this department. And most what we do in closing, this is, of course, customer service. We contact with the title agents, we contact with the broker every day. Also, a closer has to be familiar with regulations, state regulations, federal regulations. So we have to read a lot. We have to be really detail oriented in our field. And this is like everyday work. You come to work, you turn on your computer, you go through your emails, you reply to them. So this is customer service. Then you go to the system, you go through your loans, you go through your pipeline, you do the numbers, you trying to check the loans. So this is your knowledge in the regulations. You have to use it. After all, that's what we basically do.
Wow.
And
Yeah, it's a lot. So that's the one position I did all kinds of operational roles and compliance and account management, all that. I've never done closing. That's the only position I haven't done.
honestly, this might be hard, but if you think fast and
Nope.
solve some kind of problems, this is for you. Because I like it when somebody pushing me and it's like I have to think really fast about something.
Sure.
But we have in operations different positions, which not required to be that crazy. Let's stop talking about the closing. I can talk about it forever,
Yeah.
but what business development specialist?
So business development, all of our positions, right? They take details, you interact with customers. That's kind of a requirement for the most part across the board, right? So business development does a lot of sales, right? There's a lot of communication with the customer, a lot of customer service. Same thing, we all manage emails and communications and all of that. But our job is really more focused on structuring and getting loans in the door that will hopefully close someday. So it's a lot of upfront work, making sure that are looking at borrowers' qualifications to see if they're going to qualify, knowing your guidelines. So there's a lot of detail, understanding kind of our guidelines of what kind of lending that we do. There's also aspects of IT, right? So we help people upload and put loans into this. That's how our customers will bring the loans to us. So everything is digital nowadays. It's a lot of different hats, which a lot of people like. Every day is a little bit different. It's not structured like a 9 to 10 you do this, 10 to 11 you do this. I almost liken it to managing your own small business. You have to kind of manage what's going on with your clients and your pipeline that you're working with. If you can move fast and communicate with customers, it's, you know, a great career.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I believe the fast word, this is about the mortgage in general, even fast.
That's the world today. Everything moves fast,
Yeah.
and it's not slowing down, but it is. I like that fast pace, right? The days go fast. I never feel like I've been sitting here for 12 hours. You know, most days I blink my eyes and it's like time to go already. It's nice. One of the things that I love here is our emphasis on training, especially in the beginning. I had the benefit, again, this goes back a few years, I had the benefit of going through a new hire training program when I first started in the industry. Since that time, that's not a common thing anymore. You know, a lot of times, particularly in sales, they just kind of throw you out there and hope you can make it. We take a very different approach here across the board in all our positions. So talk about just maybe in your department, the importance of training, how that gets people off on the right foot, anything like that.
Training, very important in our department because, as I mentioned, we work with regulations and we have to know exactly what we can do and what we cannot do because file can be not legit after we close the file and we're going to stuck with this loan. So this is closer's responsibility to do it. And that's why we provide training to the employees from the beginning. Like even if you have some experience, you come here, you will have the training from the basis knowledge of the mortgage. And if you don't have experience, it's going to be the same for you. And then we have tests, we have videos, we have mentorships, and also we have space for you to act independently without us. So we give you information, you can use it, you can implement to your daily work. And then if you have any questions or you have some hiccups throughout the process, you can ask us and we will support you and provide you answers and we will cover you in any aspect. So we provide you the space and we give you the guidelines. So I think this is most important part of the training in any company.
It's funny when we talk to people that are thinking about coming aboard or found an open position, they ask about training a lot because a lot of people that come aboard have never worked in this industry. Think how difficult would it be to just pick up a file with all the mortgage terminology and all the compliance and all the complexity that we deal with. How difficult would that be without sitting down and taking a course to just understand how to speak mortgage? I really appreciate that piece.
Another thing about A&D, like it's not good for the people who doesn't have experience yet, but also the people who doesn't speak English perfectly.
Sure.
Like me, English is not my first language.
I struggle with it myself and I have no excuse.
You're not. But yeah, I struggle. My English far away from perfect, but still I can manage my work and I still can do it and I get hired and I succeed. So I think this is a good benefit for the people who thinks their English is not that good.
Yeah, I think that reflects in our company culture. We have people from all over the world that work here. This is the most diverse company that I've worked for. So it's very exciting to see people from different backgrounds and cultures. Most people need a paycheck, but beyond the paycheck, someone coming aboard, what would they get out of a role here at A&D Mortgage?
I will leave behind life insurances, and all benefits because most of the job has it. And here I found friends, really good friends and amazing people. Like this is, again, thank you to A&D Mortgage because of the people. I met so many knowledgeable, like grateful, open-hearted, open-minded people. That's really, really a huge benefit for myself. And I believe for everybody else, because I talk to my friends here and they tell them the same. Like this is about people.
It makes it nice. Listen, you know, it, like a lot of industries, can be a very stressful business, right? You have borrowers who are generally making the biggest investment they will in their lives, purchasing a home. So there can be stress around the transactions themselves. But having an environment of openness and, you know, friendliness and having people to share experience, it really makes a difference. We do have a special culture here. And then additionally, there's a lot of places you can go. That's the other thing that I like about this industry, right? So whether it's operationally, and there's 50 positions operationally that you can do, or whether it's you want to go into sales or the marketing or any other aspects within this industry, we do it all here at A&D. So there's a place across the board, regardless of where you want to go. So whether you want to move into a different department or move up in that department, there's latitude to do so. So it
That's
gives you that
true.
flexibility as well.
Yeah, it's always way to growth, and or switch position is something that's serious for you. Like everybody in every position, in every field, people has the fears.
Sure.
So what you think about fears here? What people feel unconfident in the industry, and like it's not true in most cases.
In the beginning, the biggest thing is getting to know this business, right? Like as I mentioned before, we have all this terminology and jargon and all these acronyms and all these things. It can be overwhelming. Just to say a conventional loan, there's like 12 different ways we can call it just a regular loan. So just coming in the door, it's a lot. It's a lot of things to learn. Again, we combat that by doing a lot of upfront training. And then you'll continue to work with your mentors and co-workers and your team leads and all the other kind of layers to get you going. That can be a fear coming in, right? It's a whole new industry. It's the financial market. But I think A&D has done a really good job of addressing that. I'm itching my nose. Has done a really good job of addressing that through training, through getting people comfortable, through practice, all those kind of things. The other thing is, it is a large company, just being a person coming aboard a new company and getting to know all those relationships and all those people can be overwhelming. We have a fantastic HR team that welcomes people aboard. Usually our training classes are large enough where you feel you're in part of a group, but it's not 1,000 people where you get lost in the shuffle. So it's nice you still get that one-on-one attention.
You know what I hear from my team a lot? I heard it in real life, like people telling me I'm not enough.
Oh.
They feel like they're not enough. They don't have enough knowledge. They don't have enough knowledge about how to act, how to react, what to do, and they feel bad about it.
Interesting.
And what I'm trying to provide, this is support. Like this is not you. This is just a process. Just relax and go with the flow. Learn, apply, how it's in real life. But this is not true that it's not enough. You're always enough, and just do what you have to do, and that's it. Everything gonna falls in the right places eventually. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think we all kind of deal with that, right? That self-doubt. And then especially you throw in a new career path. Let's talk career growth. Maybe I'm entry level. Maybe this is my first real job, something like that, right? But where can it go? Am I there forever, or what's kind of the career path moving forward?
It can go anywhere, honestly, here.
Right.
Because when you just start, everything is open for you. Even within the company, you don't need to move to another company. Any different position. You can move horizontally through the different departments, or you can move vertically to the position levels. And it's just time. This is how you show yourself during the work. And your knowledge, again, this is important part into the process. You can come without the knowledge, but you will accumulate them during the process.
Right.
And this is very important. Yeah, you can go anywhere. Again, I'm a good example. I came here without the knowledge. Now I'm managing the closing department.
And how long have you been here?
6 years.
6 years. Wow.
Yes. And I think this is not the top. We can move somewhere else.
Right. That makes it really nice because there are, you might find, say you get into sales and you find out that that's not really for me. Right? There's a lot of other places that you can go. You're still going to interact with customers depending on where you're at in the company. You may or may not interact, but if you find that working on transactions is not your thing, there's another place. If you want to talk to customers more often, there's a place. So the whole spectrum, it makes it really nice, especially for new people that may not know exactly where they want to be in their career, but they know they want to get with a good company and get in a good industry. It's a good place to start.
For sure. And the last one.
Okay.
If you have to start all over again, would A&D be your choice?
Hey, I made the choice. I'm here. I would. And the difference for me would be the training. I needed that. Again, I came from a very structured Army background into a totally different sector of employment. So I had a lot to learn. And I did not do a lot of financial classes in college or anything like that. So learning the ins and outs and how it worked, I wouldn't have succeeded otherwise. Even on the sales side, learning how to interact with customers, all the skills, the soft skills that we learn here, that's not naturally me. So I had to learn that. So the training made a big difference for me, and that we offer that opportunity, it definitely would have been a career choice for me.
For me as well.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes. Thank you
Very
so
nice.
much, Michael.
Yeah, this was a fun conversation.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you want to join our team, please follow the link below. Subscribe and like this video.